2K14's 30 Years of WrestleMania is my favorite historical mode ever produced in a WWE game. They tried to replicate it with half the effort for 2K24, and when I realized that they just didn't care anymore, I swore off 2K games for good. But enough about me. We got over 80 outfits to rank today from this mode, excluding NPCs and managers. Let's find out who's got the GOAT attire from my favorite 7th generation wrestling game. Starting us off at 83 is our worst attire, and it belongs to the Big Show. One titty out Big Show with the schoolboy haircut has always been a crazy, unappealing look, but a sentimental look to me nonetheless. Our runner-up is Andre's Mania 1 garb. This is as basic yet apropos as it could possibly get for the 8th wonder of the world. He's not even in his classic onesie yet, but he does have his nice little blue boots. This is very nondescript though. Andre wasn't trying to win any beauty pageants. The walking condominium never really switched up his look, but I mean rightfully so. He was just a big burly bastard. There's nothing nice to look at about King Kong Bundy. The singlet and the white socks are memorable, but dull. These bottom 4 costumes are very interchangeable. The legendary one titty out singlet is here, and man, this is how I remember seeing Andre on tape as a kid. It's crazy to think that his most prolific match is at the tail end of his life, right when his body started to give up on him. Stud's iconic white tights are here, and this is pretty much the ideal portrayal of him. The red boots are very memorable, and the stars are something different. This is nothing awfully special though. I'm gonna try to take the high road for number 78 and just not talk about my views on Hogan's life choices in the decade before he died, but this outfit is nothing appealing to me at all. The red and yellow made more money than almost everyone in the business, but it is not my favorite look of his. The shirt and bandana are appreciated inclusions here, and putting my bias against Hogan aside, he had an all-timer theme. He'd have a pretty similar fit for Manias 5 and 6 as well. But it's about damn time though we got a brand new Austin fit after they recycled the same one for 4 straight matches in this mode. The Confederate shit on the back of the shirt though is kinda crazy, Steve. But while it's expected, that doesn't make it any more tolerable though. I guess the Jackass logo with the beers is something different. It's not at all a favorite of mine. This is the first really noticeable update to Mania 2 Hogan. Sure, we had the Hulk Rules shirt for a while, but now we got the Star Spangled Bandana. That's a little more appealing than the norm, but by and large, this is not fantastic to me. At least the match itself wasn't bad. Brock cracks the top 75, and without the sponsors, these shorts just fall apart. It's really nice to get him back in the series at this point in time, but man, this is lame. No decals anywhere, like I would much sooner play him in UFC Undisputed 3 over this. I'm going to limit my comments to the attire here. The mostly red affair was something different. No black eye for Hogan is a bit disappointing though, but the weight belt and unique bandana are nice. The cross pops, I think this is represented well, I just don't have any reverence for it like at all. Jericho from Mania 28 here is fucking horrible. It's just a palette swap of his WWE 13 attire, which is accurate, but the jacket looks fucking atrocious. Because rather than giving us the option to change the color of the LEDs to red, they just changed the whole jacket red. This looks dumb as fuck. This blows. Worst Jericho attire for sure. I used to enjoy Iraqi sympathizer Sergeant Slaughter though, if nothing else than just because it gave us the GOAT General Adnan in multiple video games. Salute the fallen soldier, y'all. But no, I mean like Sergeant Slaughter was pretty much no frills at this point, just military garb, some medals, wrist tape, and a little hat. Nothing impressive. This was definitely the most half-assed attempt at Punk's Mania 28 gear though. They literally just stuck him in superstar threads and thought nobody would notice. It's grossly wrong. This sucks almost as bad as the Jericho attire from the same exact match. Mania 29 Cena makes our top 70, and I never enjoyed the Curious George's dad gear. The tan shorts make him look like a park ranger, and the decals on the shirt are alright, but man, they are not imaginative. The hat here doesn't exactly match the fit, and I just have a lot of contempt for this match. I turned it off as a kid. My mom was pissed at me because she paid like $60 for this pay-per-view, but truly, after Taker and Punk and Rock and Cena won the prior year, I did not need to see this. We had to get to this dork eventually. It didn't sit right with me that Edge's last Mania match for like a decade was against Alberto Del Rio. The golden trunks and knee pads are fine with the subtle accents and the white boots. I'm just truly sick of seeing him already, and he only has one appearance in this mode. The checkerboard gi for Yokozuna kicks ass. I love the hidden lettering here, and the red tights are super distinct with the mawashi. I always just thought Yoko was pretty cool. Brock is on point here for 67, but man, this gear just has no frills about it. Just the logo on the back, that's literally it. Brock didn't need all the bells and whistles at this time, that was his appeal. Shorts era Goldberg was cool though. Everything was accounted for here, gloves, pads, boots, and shorts with the white accents. This is all fun, this is a good representation for Goldberg. He's just not the best dressed man. We're sticking with the mid-2000s main event scene, and the members only jacket with the towel and hat combo always look ridiculous to me. At least the little JBL decal is nice though. John never really presented himself as all too flashy in these video games. Putting aside the horrendously wrong model, these trunks and kick pads are colored correctly for Jericho, but dear God, is the design just recycled and super far off from the original piece. They did not give short hair Jericho any love in this mode. At least the yellow here pops. These just might be the most boring trunks he has ever worn though. I hated the plain red as a kid. I guess it fits his monotonous in-ring style at the time. This isn't really living up to the menace status that y'all love to talk about from like 08-09. This is just a boring look for Randy Orton. The classic red flannel is here. The black flannel and barbed wire is nowhere to be found unfortunately, but we're back to the black sweats. This is as basic as it gets for Mick Foley in terms of outfits. It was recycled in like a billion games. This attire is so wrong in so many ways. They at least got the fact that he had no jacket for this match, but the singlet is nowhere close. There's supposed to be black lining on the white paint splatter stripes, and they whiffed that completely. It's such a letdown. At least they had the back star decal, I guess. The updated cactus shirt to reflect Mania 2000 is quite nice, and the blue flannel is event accurate too. This is a nice understated fit from a bad WrestleMania. For once we got some new gear, and this actually looks sick. The red backdrop of the skull and hammers emblem really stands out for Triple H, and we still got the crosses on the boots too. I think this one just sets itself apart just a bit. Back to back here for Hunter with WrestleMania 24's affair, and this is just super indicative of the era that it comes from. This is late 2000s as fuck. I don't like this look. He had it for a few games. Post 2006 Triple H just always looked cursed to me. And I'll be real, they didn't really try with this vest here at all. The lettering is wrong, the triple skull is nowhere to be found. Austin was never really trying to be the best dressed. Unfortunately though, this is our only Stone Cold ring gear attire for the entire 4 matches that he's in of this mode. The orange and white jersey and hat combo isn't exactly screaming WrestleMania to me. I understand that it's to represent Syracuse or whatever, but I just don't think that it's an all-timer for the Doctor. At least the wristbands are pretty cool here. Well, we're back to the shitty stripe for Edge's initial retirement attire. The really super reflective duster isn't great either. I guess the orange and the boots are fine. I'm just not really a fan of this. It was recycled in too many games. But this is far and away my favorite Big Show look. Short hair, earring, shorts, big nasty bastard tee that has been censored to all hell here. I enjoyed this one a lot. The inaccuracies for both guys in this match always piss me off, but the huge 94 puffed mullet Diesel at Mania 11 just looks horrible. I like the silver and black accents here and everything looks nice gear-wise, but I always hated that he wrestles in the vest. That has bugged me since my childhood. Well, this is officially the era where Triple H was washed. Short haircut and these black wrist wraps, rocking the new aged gold crosses with the King of Kings skulls and the hammers to match. Yeah, this dude's kinda cooked. The boots have a decent decal on them though. I don't know. I never liked this fit at all, but the level of detail is there. The lame CM Punk Killer 2013 rock is here, and man, this was not my guy growing up at this point in time. It just felt like he was cutting Punk's legs out from under him on his hottest run ever. This all silver affair is fine enough though. I think the one color trunks are always pretty clean looking for Rock. The decals remain mostly consistent as always. This is fine enough. The top 50 has arrived and Red Shirt Cena kicks us off. This is the fit that he killed Rey Mysterio in, so I may have some bias here. The red and blue is a super bold colorway, the FU decal is fun with the stars. I absolutely would not wear this shirt though. At least his merch is always coordinated, this is fine. This is such an improvement on Diesel's managerial outfit. The big D is crazy for a decal, but it's funny so I'll take it. The vest here is covered in studs and I like it quite a bit. The pants match wonderfully as well. I think this is befitting of WrestleMania, but not near the top of the heap. I think this Mania 17 deal is fine enough though. Nothing overwhelmingly positive, these fits are getting pretty by the numbers at this point for the Great One. At least the match it represents was an all-timer in the game, and IRL. Mania 26 Cena takes 47, and this was the true downfall of the John Cena shirts for me. The AWA throwback is debatable, but this one is not to me. I'm not a fan. It's super vibrant though, all things considered. The deadlift decal is fun I guess, and the colorway is super cohesive. It's easy to see why these sold so well to little kids, it's a bold design. It's just not a personal favorite to me. This Mania 2000 outfit is super memorable though. The front decal is repeated on the back here, and I think this looks more cohesive than the lowercase Triple H that he was rocking in SmackDown 1 around the time this event happened, but it's nothing too grandiose at all. Our next Triple H gear for Mania 18 is just a bit better though. Getting some color in these trunks was long overdue at this point in the series. The Iron Cross logo is problematic in hindsight, but I guess it's appealing if you completely turn your brain off. The red accents here pop a lot, and this is a pretty simple Triple H attire, but it's not ugly at all. The Hitman's Iron Man outfit is up next, and this is the Mania 12 singlet accurately represented here, but the recycled jacket is so lame, because the real one was so much better and so much more out of the box for him. I do enjoy the stars back decal on the leg stripe though. This isn't bad at all, it's just derivative like most of his outfits were. We're back to the late 90s lettering on the front and the classic Brahma Bull on the back. The lining here is blue and it's standing up to par for the actual event. This is fine, y'all know my favorite Rock attire though. We're taking it even further back though with Mania 11 Taker. The mid 90s gloves, trench coat and tie are super fun. This must have been awesome to see back then. Unrelated to his attire though, I really enjoy the purple era of Taker. This is just a red recoloring of the Mania 25 deal, and we still have the nice jacket, so I can vibe with this. This attire isn't abhorrently wrong, it's just not a favorite of mine. This next entry was The Rock's last hurrah as a somewhat full-time guy. Finally besting Austin at Mania was pretty sweet. Even if this was the weakest match of the trilogy, I do enjoy the silver lining as a callback to WrestleMania 17, and the white filler referencing Mania 15. This is super subtle but well thought out. I enjoyed it a lot. John Cena's first Mania in-ring appearance makes 39, and the jersey and hat are super cohesive. This is a Knicks fit with a Mitchell & Ness hat that has been copyright assaulted, but the wristbands are super cold. I love the Nintendo wristband, and I hate the inaccurate bicep band, but I do appreciate the Reebok pumps here. It's a pretty decent little attire. While the only exclusive Batista attire to this game is from the 30 Years of WrestleMania mode, and it is the Mania 23 fit. This is a bit of a misstep for me. The animal lettering always looked nice, the blue popped, but the double-sided B logo on the back just kinda looked unappealing. The accent color they chose was almost a matte texture to it, but the trunks are leathery, so it just looks really cheap. It's a shame. But they saw Rocky's Mania 15 gear and told him to make it gold for the next year. And man, this works, what can I say? This is really nice for its time, it's just a shame that Mania 2000 kinda sucked. Shawn really was Mr. WrestleMania though, holy shit. The red vest with the black studded accents is glorious. The red chaps with the black and white cross are just so nice, and the black wrist tape is accurate, but a bit of a departure for Shawn. This is really nice. The Miz begins our top 35 though, and the bubble letters are here, baby. I never once bought The Miz as a credible world champion though, not even as a kid. To be truthful, I think I was only really stoked for Cody vs. Ray and Taker vs. Hunter from this show growing up, but the brown jacket is cool though. The studs pop and the back decal is fun. They really tried to make The Miz something he's not. The lettering on the trunks and kick pads stand out, sure, but the black, brown, and tan gear kinda doesn't. Now, we're on to the homogeneous shirts era of John Cena, and this is the merch machine Super Cena. The back decal here is alright. The old AWA design tee is memorable, but it's not a favorite of mine. The hat and bands are cohesive though. I kinda dislike the bland C-Nation boxers though. This is a step down from his initial characterization. Well, this is another Superstar Threads job here for Punk, and while it's totally wrong and missing decals once again, purple is my favorite color. The hoodie is plain and alright. The gray gear with the purple accents harkens back to the mid-90s era of Taker for sure. I think if they would have nailed the kick pads here, I'd be super happy. The iconic solid gold Mania trunks for The Rock couldn't have been more appropriate for the match at hand. That match packed Skydome, and we're still talking about it 24 years later. This is just such a sweet, simple fit though. Just missing the top 30 is Edge's Mania 25 outfit. Damn, I love the 07 Duster returning. Seeing the red base with those black lightning bolts and roses is so sick. The SBR 2010 boots here are back. This is a sleeper for me. But I do think the roses are a little too intricate for that shiny ass lining though. This might be the guy, y'all. The absolutely god-tiered Chain Gang Soldier jersey is here. The hat and bands are back, and we've got the accurate little green wristband too that I always thought was a Koopa shell design. This is just absolute nostalgia bait for me. Up next we got the classic SVR entrance gear here for Taker's 23 costume. But this double gray devil skull decal affair actually isn't too bad. I don't think it's very engaging, but there's nothing to complain about at all. Hogan may have looked a bit decrepit IRL for Mania 18, but in game, he looks like a star. The big boa is here, the bandana and glasses don't disappoint, the lightning tights are kinda neat, and they even remembered the knee brace and the white knee pad lining. The white belt and the super unique boots are quite nice too. I will never be a Hogan diehard, but this is fine enough. Scooby-Doo era John Cena is one of his better Super Cena shirts though. The emblem is clean, I love a good green color scheme. The hat and bands always match. Everyone remembers this fit, I don't know. It is crazy to think that Ted DiBiase actually wore this at WrestleMania for an entrance, but I'll be damned, Ukes did their homework here. The silver and pink bedazzled suit is fantastic. I enjoy the bow tie and the $sign decals too. This is just great. It's just a shame that DiBiase was kinda washed by the time he made it to the big time. Now, this is hard though. We're retaining the SVR08 hat, the bands and shorts, but this fucking shirt, man, this is awesome. I always loved the Fight Hard dog decal shirt. This dude was just on another level at the time. It's just a shame that we got another pair of generic boxers though. Razor was a really fun inclusion to this game, and the gold theming here fits the event brilliantly. His chains are awesome, the trunks in the black with the golden red liner are so memorable, and the razor blades all over the gear just brings everything all over the top. We got the WrestleMania whites on tonight, and man, Macho just looked like a champion here. Same bandana and glasses for Mania 3, but the robe is recolored blue and white. It's just super cool to me. This is very clean, I love it. The orange trunks are very memorable as well. You can't forget the yellow boots and pads either. This is a pretty good spot for Macho. Up next at 22 is HBK from the first televised WWF ladder match. Jesus Christ, this dude has too many attires. This might be the best early Shawn fit though. The glasses are crazy, the vest is cold as hell, and the studs look ridiculous. The zebra print is pretty tough, the chaps rule here, the tights are pretty sweet too, and I do like the early zebra heart decals. The lettering here is nice, and this is just really well constructed all around. We got Batista up next, and the pink and blue pops so hard on the black base here. The elbow pad decals are back too, and these accent hues are so much more appealing than anything we had ever gotten prior in the SVR series. I think some people take Batista for granted at times. He's got an underrated wardrobe that I covered in his own Attires video. It is top 20 time for the Dragon, and Hogan and Andre may have drawn 70,000 plus, but Savage and Steamboat gave them their money's worth. I will die on that hill. The Dragon looks great in this game though. The gi is so iconic, I really like his monogram. The black belt and red bandana pop. The Dragon decal is very cool. I love the green in there. I like his little arm patch with the Dragon too, that's pretty sick. And I do enjoy the boots decals as well, despite them being a bit indistinguishable. I gotta give props to my fave though. Granted, Bret's gone on record saying that this night was a slap in the face, Hogan never caught him back down the line, it's kinda BS, but while Bret is wearing a totally wrong jacket, the solid pink singlet kinda rules. The skull heart is great, the white liner is cool, the hearts and leg flames are included here as well. I really dig this presentation. This guy was dressed like he was stealing the show, and he absolutely did. This is one of those Taker matches where I truly thought that HBK had it in the bag. This outfit is wonderful though. The leather lining on the chest of the duster is sick. I like the belt in the middle, and the ruffled, almost raven looking piece is just great too. The hood is quite nice as well, and the studs lining the legs are just super nice. The blue accented wings from WWE 12 are just the cherry on top. This is super great. Another Taker fit for Mania 14 just slightly edges out his competition though. This is absolutely iconic. The big ass duster with the added cape is legendary. The little buckles in silver are just sweet. This just works so well to me. The back decaling is wonderful as well. The little X's on the tights are awesome. The top is very cohesive with the duster. I just think that the scrupulous design here is pretty great. This isn't exactly accurate, but it's close enough for me. The white and silver entrance gear is just so clean here. They're so reflective, and I really enjoy that. The shoulder pads are pretty sweet. The gold and silver hearts on the white tights just completely steal the show though. Holy shit. I would have appreciated proper armbands though, like what a shame. Another HBK attire is up next, and god I hate editing around the stupid DX screen effects. The white vest with the red crosses is just beyond cool though. The chaps are super cohesive here, and the fact that the white and red are such bold prominent colors push this up the list a lot for me. This is vibrant and appealing for sure. I can't say that I ever really liked Warrior or Hogan watching the tapes of this match, but man, I kinda think that they put on a show. This orange-centric look is Warrior's most memorable for sure. The multicolored tassels are nice, the wrist tape was accounted for, the decals on the trunks and knee pads are so copacetic and I really enjoy that. The body paint here is beyond amazing. I enjoyed the boots as well, but I mean the face paint is what makes everything work. The Warrior just looked like a total mess in the best way, perfectly embodied the late 80s wrestling scene. But I think the gravitas of Ric Flair, the god of non-WWF wrestling, showing up in the WWF with the WCW title isn't touched on enough. This is ludicrous. The fact that he had Mr. Perfect as his valet, like this dude was just the coldest man alive. The floral decaled robe here though is spectacular. Nothing short of main event worthy. And I actually have a hoodie of the red and gold variant of this. I love the lettering here as well. Granted, the ring gear is just a standard plain red fare for the H with the monograms, but I think the robe puts this over the top. Another HBK attire makes number 12, and the Montreal entrance gear here is pretty sick. The tights are absolutely hard as hell. The zebra print on the red base tights is so cool, and the white hearts with the zebra stripes inside are just so great. Shawn didn't always hit it out of the park with looks, but when he did, it was fantastic. Just missing the top 10 is our first ever undisputed WWF champion, Chris Jericho. This is the Mania 18 fit, and dear god, this was always a favorite of mine. I love the green tights, the skeletal design is pretty cool, the unique dip-dyed braid is awesome as hell, and the tape in the boots still hit here. These tights are super sentimental to me, and just seeing the Shut Your Mouth jacket come back in HD was magic to me as a kid. I love this, truly. The Hitman starts our top 10 30 years of WrestleMania attires ranking, and this match was my favorite pre-match cutscene in this entire mode. But god, this is my favorite WrestleMania match ever. It's perfect. It's literally on my arm. The jacket here is executed perfectly in terms of the decals, the singlet is spot on, the white stripes inside the flames are great, the Hitman skull is gorgeous on the back graphic. This might be goated, I don't know y'all. The Macho Man is back for number 9, and god damn it, this is beautiful. The Macho Man is one of one. Say it with me all, purple is my favorite color. Awesome robe, sweet feathers adorn the collar here, and his glasses and bandana are super clean as well. Macho made the IC title the grandest prize in wrestling. The dark green and white decals on the back here are just so good and classic looking. I enjoy the lettering here, the yellow boots are classic, the finger tape rules, but these pink trunks with the stars in the back lettering are absolutely far and away his most memorable ring gear. What a look, truly. But dude, the wings and crosses on this vest and chaps combo are gorgeous. The studs are awesome, and I especially enjoy the chaps decal quite a bit. This is super befitting of what should have been HBK's retirement. But I fucking love this attire. It's glorious. The jacket is awesome, it's a recolor of his old pink one from Shut Your Mouth, and the teal, gold, and white color scheme is beautiful. The pinwheel behind the Jericho silhouette is awesome. Everything is super glittery. You can see a lot of modern wrestlers have to thank Jericho's contributions in the gear department. Kane from Mania 14 just misses our top 5 today. This is essentially debut Kane. I really dig this, like it's his iconic portrayal. This is the fit you all remember. The mask is on point, the leg laces look great, the black flames pop, the wristbands and glove are classic. This is just a no-brainer. Randy Savage takes 5th place for the Mega Powers Explosion, and this match always pissed me off as a kid. Macho was 100% in the right for beating the shit out of Hulk Hogan. He was stealing Macho's moments, trying to steal his girl, and seeing Savage get murked here just didn't sit right with me. At least he looks cool. The orange headband is just so sick, and the matching robe is goated. The pre-match promo here made me mark out the first time I saw it Christmas morning in 2013. The Madness decal on the back is just timeless. I absolutely adore the lime green stars and liners on this robe as well. This is just goated to me, man. I don't know. Just missing the big 3 is my favorite childhood Mania attire ever. Edge from WrestleMania 22. This blew my mind as a kid. This was my favorite WrestleMania match ever, and it's still pretty high on my list. Gotta be top 3. The camel pants and matching vest is just sweet. I love the belt as well. This is just an all-timer look for him. Absolutely. I really dig this. We've come so far, but the big 3 30 years of WrestleMania attires are finally upon us, and the bronze medal goes to Macho Man for Mania 8. I never saw this match as a kid, unfortunately, but I did have that Mattel Legends figure of this attire that I got for like $2 off a friend who had grown out of wrestling. This is super fun. The gold is so luminous and memorable. The tassels, new glasses, and hat are great. The bedazzled jacket rules, but those tights with the crazy patterns all over are just super clean, and I kinda want somebody to bring these tights back. I think it would work. His shirt is an all-timer too. This is just magic as a look for the biggest show of the year. The runner-up for the best attire from 30 years of WrestleMania has to be Ric Flair's Mania 24 retirement outfit. I mean, this has to be one of the GOATs, right? The robe here is beyond fantastic. It's literally the most majestic thing I've ever seen this old fucker wear, and that says a lot. There's so much intricacy in the sleeves and little sparkles, and then you get to the enormous plush lining of the cape. This is genuinely the best robe I can ever remember. If only Flair didn't piss all over the legacy of this outfit by tainting his history with TNA bookings and faking a cardiac arrest. The greatest attire from 30 years of WrestleMania for me has to be Undertaker's Mania 28 costume. He was literally the centerpiece of the biggest event of the year for my entire childhood. But this is literally just Shredder, and it's awesome. I love this spiked coat to pieces. I think it's one of his hardest outfits ever. Even if the match is a bit overrated, I can acknowledge how fucking cool this is. I love the intricacy and the dozens of studs here. The hood just added so much to this. This is so detailed. The singlet may leave a little to be desired with the plain gray Undertaker symbols, but this is truly an all-timer. I appreciate your time and support immensely. I have a playlist on screen with hours of ZM Wrestling Games videos for you, and tell me if you made it to the end. Take it easy, y'all.